We are coming back in with Girmer not wanting to reveal our Sableye just yet, as that will be a nice surprise for the Jellicent in the back. We look to catch the Psycho Boost. We're unsuccessful. We catch a Rock-Slide Azu in the back. We count to 5. Stay in school, kids. Learn to count. We're looking to CMP tie, and this time we are successful. You love to see it. Ice Beam takes us out. Can we Poison Jab down this Azu? Absolutely not. We are going to have to dump energy. You hate to see it. It's going to be Girmer versus Jellicent. Mud Bomb. Non-stab does decent damage. Is this next Mud Bomb going to be enough to KO? They are firing a Bubble Beam. We are now debuffed. We Poison Jab as much as possible. Mud Bomb coming through. Is it enough to knock out? Well, you're going to have to watch the video to find out. So today we are taking a look at the best kept secret in the Great League, Shadow Girmer. In my humble opinion, the best poison type in the league. Yes, Nidoqueen, you aren't top dog anymore, my good friend, you annoying little spammy pest. So season 11 is here. Good luck to everyone. Hope you reach your goals. We all know the game is trash, but keep playing, don't get tilted, and you will make it. These battles are taken from Go Battle Day, but the Great League is still here, so you can use these teams to have success. And in game 1, we pick up a dreadful lead. Shadow Girmer into Swampert. You hate to see it, but kids, stay in school, learn to count. We catch the resisted Hydro Cannon on our Walrus. The opponent thinks they're smart, attempts to make the same play, catch an Icicle Sphere on their own Walrus. We do not fall for that nonsense. We throw the Earthquake. The opponent does shield it up, and at this stage, they can Earthquake me to take me out. I couldn't give a fuck. We are going to take our shield advantage. We are going to come back in with Shadow Girmer. We get to the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb will do big damage. Is it enough to knock out? No, it's not. The opponent survives on 1 HP and a Dream and gets the Icicle Sphere. We are going to tank this on the chin, and we look to snipe with Swampert to get ahead on energy. And now we have the GOAT, Shadow Swampert, up shields versus whatever they have in the back. They come in to Nidoqueen, a very questionable play, in my opinion, as Nidoqueen will get one shot from Shadow Swampert. The opponent burns their final shield, and this game now is effectively over. They can Earth Power me to take me out. They bait me with a Poison Fang, looking to give themselves a win condition, but this Hydro Cannon will be enough to knock out Nidoqueen. We have already got the back-to-back. High opposing Swampert, by opposing Swampert, and that's going to be a GG's, and thanks for playing. So Shadow Girmer not putting in too much work in that battle, but that Sludge Bomb on the Shadow Walrein did huge damage. Moving on into battle number 2, we pick up yet another pretty bad lead. However, we can hit back for super effective with non-stab Mud Bombs. This opponent only builds up to a Bone Club. That is also super effective, but Bone Club is absolute garbage. We tank that on the chin. We fire off a Mud Bomb of our own. The opponent is once again throwing a Bone Club. They are now energy dry. Girmer has done decent in a pretty negative matchup. We can now come in with Swampert. We look to commit to the Mud Shot Farm Down. This is just a Bone Club. Shadow Swampert is super glassy, but I am not going to shield. Such a nonsense move. We Mud Shot down. We are now pretty loaded on energy. We are going straight for the Hail Mary against this Azumarill. The opponent burns their first shield. We now look to catch the play rough on our Walrus. The opponent doesn't fall for that. They come into Bastion, and guess what, Wallface? You might think you're bulky, but do you respect the Earthquake? You do not. Get fucking wrecked, and that is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on into the next battle, we finally pick up a lead that you love to see. Machamp doesn't want the Poison Jab damage. They switch out into a load of Ninetales, and that absolutely doesn't want the smoke, and that game is over. So moving swiftly on into the next battle. Normal service has resumed. We lead Shadow Girmer into the Galarian Stunfisk, the Bear Trap. You hate to see it. We safe switch into the Walrus. We tank the Rock-Slide. We go for the Hail Mary. The opponent shows zero respect, and they get absolutely fucking wrecked. They come in to Pidgeot. They are now forced to burn the shield on the Icicle Sphere, and we have somehow managed to flip the alignment that we want. We bring in Girmer. They switch out into Dragalge, and these Mud Bombs are going to hit for super effective. First one gets the shield. We now come in to Shadow Swampert. They are down all shields. We now come into Shadow Swampert looking to clutch up this game. We correctly shield up an Outrage. This Hydro Cannon will not KO, but we can then shield the Aqua Tail. Mud Shot down. This will only be an Aqua Tail, but we have a shield. We'll leave with almost 2 Hydro Cannons, and that Pidgeot is looking absolutely fucked. Back out comes the Pidgeot. They sneak a Gust. They're still not out of move. So this Hydro Cannon will get them fairly low. 1 Mud Shot. And this next Hydro Cannon is going to be enough to clean up this battle. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on into the next battle, we lead Shadow Grimer into Kofagrigus. Holy crap, another dreadful lead. We safe switch into the Walrus. The opponent responds with Metacham. Well, this is looking pretty RP fucking S. We are going to tank the power up punch. You hate to see it. If they're on Ice Punch, this matchup would be a bit better. We are going to spam out as many Icicle Spheres as possible. First one gets them low. This second one still won't KO, but we're hoping to draw a shield. However, this opponent is far too smart for that. They do counter us down. However, they are now 3 counters away from the Psychics. We can safely come in with Grimer. This is just a power-up punch or an Ice Punch at best. Either way, we are going to tank it. Look to Poison Jab down. We do have residual energy for this Kofagrigus, but let's not kid ourselves. This matchup is absolutely dreadful. We fire off the Mud Bomb. This will put them into Hydro Cannon range. Can Shadow Swampert close out this battle? We are just going to completely sack the Grimer. The opponent throws a Dark Pulse. It does not KO, so we've now got Grimer as a sack top. However, in the back is a Swampert of their own. This is going to be absolutely dreadful. We shield up the Hydro Cannon. We are going to fire off as many Hydro Cannons as possible. And our win condition here is going to be to sack the Grimer. The opponent tanks the move. Can we Mud Shot down? I highly fucking doubt it. So we are going to shield this second move up. I'm going to overfarm as much as possible. I fire one Mud Shot before they reach the Hydro Cannon. I am going to be spamming out the swap. Is my switch timer up? No, it's not. So this game is over. GG's to the opponent. A really rough team comp there for us, but let's see if we bounce back. We lead Shadow Grimer into Defense Deoxys. We do resist counter, however, Psycho Boost will do big damage. The opponent is building up a lot of energy. I'm going straight for the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb will do big damage. The opponent puts up a shield. I am choosing to call the bait, calling the Rock Slide. Does the opponent Rock Slide? They do not, and we get absolutely fucking wrecked. However, we come in to Shadow Swampert. This debuffed Psycho Boost won't do too much damage. We tank that on the chin. They now switch out into a Walrus. We look to catch the Icicle Sphere on our own Walrus. You love to see it. So from a really rough spot, we are sitting pretty sweet. We've got Swampert with loaded energy, and we've got the Walrus Mirror. We are going straight for the Hail Mary, up shields. The opponent lets it go. We are going to have to shield up a potential Earthquake, as I don't think Swampert wants to carry the whole team on its back once again. The opponent throws an Icicle Sphere. This is great for us because it does allow me now to overfarm. So I'm going to overfarm as much energy as possible, take him out with an Icicle Sphere. If Defense Deoxys does come back in, I am going to be spamming out Icicle Spheres. I don't want to go for the Earthquake in case the opponent shields, and we will be once again in a rough spot. The opponent doesn't shield the first one. We're already at the second Icicle Sphere. This will knock out or get the final shield from the opponent. They do shield it up. We combo play into Swampert. This Hydro Cannon is going to be enough to take care of Defense Deoxys, and it is Registeel in the back. And guess what, motherfucker? This big, stupid Tin Cannon is going to get wrecked. First Hydro Cannon gets him into the yellow with the Mud Shot. This second Hydro Cannon will more or less KO, and this game is over. GG's, and thanks for playing. So moving on into the next battle, we've now swapped out Shadow Swampert for Sableye. However, the terrible leads have continued. We led Grimer into Skarmory. We save switch into our Sableye. The opponent chooses to stay in. They shield up the foul play. We are going to shield up the Sky Attack. They now come in to Azumarill. So a bit of a wasted shield as Sableye isn't going to be flipping this matchup. Power Gem will land for respectable neutral damage. The opponent isn't going to be able to bubble us down. They dump energy, so this is not a bad spot for us. We can come in with Grimer. We're going to shield absolutely nothing and commit all the way to the Poison Jab farm down. The opponent builds up once again to 5. This is just an Ice Beam. You can see that the big thick boy Grimer shows its respectable bulk. We actually look to snipe with the Walrus to get ahead in energy. They come in to Haunter. We are ahead in energy. The opponent builds up to the Shadow Punch and a great swap. However, we go for the undercharge, Mr. Opponent. Did you see that play? If not, take notes because we Powder Snow down before you make the Sky Attack. We're at the back-to-back moves. We're going to shield up your Shadow Punch. Our first Icicle Sphere will draw the shield from this Haunter because it's made of paper. Second Icicle Sphere will be enough to knock out, and that is a GG's, and thanks for playing. And the new team comp is off to a 1-0 start, despite absolute dreadful alignment as per fucking usual. Moving on into the next battle, we pick up a great lead. This little Scrafty can only hit us with foul plays. However, this opponent probably thinks we are at a Lowland Brother and go for a resisted power-up punch. We overfarm all the way as much as possible and go straight for the Hail Mary. The opponent shows no respect. They're straight in and straight out. They come in to a Talonflame, and we are looking to go for the Hail Mary once again. Does the opponent respect the Sludge Bomb? Yes, they do. They actually are looking to incinerate farm us all the way down. Girmer makes one more move. The opponent shits their pants up and they have got no shields. We can come in now to Sableye and I'm going to look to farm this thing all the way down at an expense of my own 2 shields. As we've seen Scrafty in the lead, I'm calling Trevenant in the back. The opponent doesn't make another move and they quit the match. I'm pretty confident that that was my good friend Trevenant. Moving on into the next battle, we lead Shadow Girmer into Jellicent. Dreadful matchup. We tank the Bubble Beam, switch out into the Walrus. They come in to defense Deoxys. I'd really love to flip this matchup if possible. I normally wouldn't shield, but I am going to commit a shield. On the rock slide, we are going to start spamming out Icicle Spheres. Icicle Spheres from Shadow Walrus do surprisingly decent damage to the bulky defense Deoxys. The opponent puts up a shield in return. We're already at the second Icicle Sphere. We make the third. Can we get all shields down or flip switch advantage? The opponent actually commits their final shield and dump energy. This is a great spot for us to be in. We can now hopefully rely on Sableye to clutch up this battle. I don't want to reveal the Sableye just yet, so we come in to the Girmer. The opponent is over farming. I'm looking to catch a Psycho Boost on my Sableye. Do we catch the Psycho Boost? We do not. We catch the Rock Slide, and it is Azu in the back. So it's going to be Girmer that is going to have to carry the team. We count to 5. Look to CMP tie. This Azumarill. We land the Power Gem, and it is a CMP tie. We are sitting in an alright spot. Ice Beam takes us out. Can we Poison Jab this Azu down? No, we cannot. So I'm overcap on energy. I should have threw the Mud Bomb a bit earlier, but let's see if we can clutch up this game. Down goes Azu. Back out comes the Jellicent. We are going to be spamming out Mud Bombs. First Mud Bomb does decent damage. This is a Bubble Beam. I've got a shield. I'm forced to shield up a Bubble Beam. I'm actually crying a little bit on the inside, as you hate to see that. We are now going to look to get this Mud Bomb off. Is Mud Bomb debuffed enough to KO? It is not. The opponent looks to snipe. With defense Deoxys, that gets Poison Jab down. Back out comes Jellicent, and we Poison Jab that down as well and take that game. Moving on into the next one, we need Girmer into Talonflame. We bait with a Mud Bomb. You can see these Poison Jabs are doing far more damage than the Incinerates. I shield up the next one. Can we outpace to the next Mud Bomb? We lose CMP tie. Lesson learned there. I was hoping Girmer would win CMP. We do not. We now come in with the Walrus. We're looking to Powder Snow down. We do Powder Snow down. Walrus ahead in energy is pretty deadly. In comes Bastiodon, and you already know that we aren't baiting on this channel. Earthquake lands. Hi Bastiodon, bye Bastiodon, get fucking wrecked. In the back is a Clefable, so as smug as I am, we are not in a great spot just yet. I am going to fire off this foul play, looking to get some chip damage off. Can we make the second? We cannot. Back out comes the Walrus. Can we reach the Earthquake? Walrus on 1 HP and a Dream. Landing 2 big Hail Marys clutches up this battle. GG's and thanks for playing. So you can see we go 5-0 in the set. Shadow Girmer, you fucking monster. Moving on into the next battle. I've left this battle in because I absolutely love the spice from the opponent. They're leading Sunny Cast Form. Before I used Shadows, I was a big fan of the Cast Form. Weather Ball lands for decent damage. I am going to fire for Mud Bomb. In return, does the opponent respect our ground type coverage? Yes, they do. We now say switch into Sableye. This little Cast Form's putting in loads of work. We shield up a Weather Ball. They now switch out into Tentacle. A really fantastic pick from the opponent, the absolute king of pissing on Azumarill. But it isn't a great response for Sableye. The opponent doesn't build up to the Hydro Pump. I show no respect for the Acid Spray. We are getting chunked now by these Poison Jabs. I am going to fire for Foul Play. This should almost knock out the Tentacruel. One more Shadow Claw does the business. Back out comes the Cast Form. Is Foul Play enough to take care of this little Cast Form? No, it's not. We now switch out into Walrus. It is Meganium in the back, and this game is going to be absolutely over. However, huge respect to this opponent. That spice was fantastic to see. I was a big fan of the Cast Forms, and also Tentacruel was another go-to pick because back in the day, Azumarill was everywhere, and I love to piss on Azu. So those were the battles with Shadow Girmer. I must say, despite us having pretty poor alignment throughout the duration of the video, Girmer put in quite a lot of work, and it is a fantastic pick. If you are looking for something a bit different, I think Grimer's coverage with Poison Jab and that ground type Mud Bomb is fantastic in this meta. So as I said, huge good luck to everyone for Season 11. I hope the game is somewhat better than the bullshit we received in the interlude season. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing. If you like your Triple Shadow battles featured on the channel, link to my battle submission form is in the description down below. I'd just like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.